Shiva, one of the Shivas, when he passed away last year, my son davened in the Sephardic Nusach in his memory. And it's very different. Very,
Very.
very different. It's
But
so
it's
beautiful.
it's beautiful to listen to. I love it when he's up on the bema and he's davening. I mean, it's just I sit back. It's like a treat for the ears.
Yeah.
Different melody. Have different melody for when they.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
One of my dad's favorite prayers was on Ne'ilah, El Nora Alila. And I
That's
grew up at the Sephardic shul when I was a child. That's where we went until I was about 6. So, just certain prayers, things come back to me. And as a matter of fact, it's going to be the very large anniversary of my bat mitzvah for Vayetze, and I chanted the Sephardic Haftorah when I was little. They looked at me and said, "You're Sephardic, do the Sephardic." So,
Wow.
when I came to my current shul, they're like, "Oh, we don't do that." So now that person is no longer in charge, and they're like, "Yeah, you want to do Sephardic, do Sephardic." So,
you know what? As long as you chant it,
yeah, but it sounds the same regardless. Well,
Can
let's go
I
ahead
ask
and
a,
get started.
can I ask a
Huh?
question?
You
What is
can.
the big difference between the Sephardic and Ashkenazi or whatever?
It seems that the Sephardic cut things off a little. They make it a little shorter, and I think it's because they want to end in a positive tone. And so if it's something that's positive and then switches to a negative tone, often they won't do this a part of it. That's what I have figured out. That could be incorrect.
Thank you.
You know
So
what? I'm gonna be in shul tomorrow. Hopefully Chaim will be there. If not, I will see his wife and I will ask her
good idea. Thank you.
what the difference is.
Well, I'm sorry that I had to cancel quickly last week. My mom was battling health issue and she needed to see a gynecologist at 85, didn't have one. Nobody there said, well, we can take you as a new patient in December. But with a yeast infection, that's just not good. We took her to the ER. They gave her the pill, which is great for 1 of 4 yeasts, but not the one she had. So my OBGYN was wonderful and said, yours isn't available, but we have a new guy who's not new, but new to our practice, and he'll see you at 2:00. I couldn't, so they were so wonderful. So
We appreciate it. Look, we've all gone through the stuff with parents and family, so totally understand. And is she better?
oh, much within 1 day of the icky medicine, the yucky stuff that you have to insert, she was fine. So, but
Good.
it's a lot of things, lots of days. So, thank you for your patience. We are going to look at Mi Chamocha today. We're not going to do the whole prayer on page 35 or 104, depending on which book you use. But I would like for you to be able to respond smoothly to the bottom half. And Mi Chamocha recounts God's miraculous rescues of the Israelite ancestors from slavery in Egypt by splitting the sea and allowing them to pass unharmed between the ferocious walls of the water. The ancient redemption foreshadows God's future deliverance of Israel and all humankind from enslavement to war and poverty to cruelty and injustice. Mi chamocha, who's like you, Adonai, among the gods that are worshipped? This is a rhetorical question whose answer is Ein kamocha, there is none like you. No other God could have created the entire universe, given humankind the laws through which we can replicate the harmony of nature in our own lives. Creation occurred independent of human will. The covenant at Sinai, however, required our active assent. Our ancestors are depicted as saying, we shall listen to everything that God has told us and we shall perform it. So, Mi chamocha. So let me share my screen. Well, hold on. I got to put in the code. Give me just a minute. Sometimes I don't need the host key, but apparently today I do.
Well, actually, today I tried about 10 times to get in and it kept asking me for a code. And I went back and I saw the host code, but and I did it on 3 different devices. I finally got in.
That's so weird. I know
I
a
know.
friend. I was on a meeting this morning, and a friend of mine said she could not get in either. So it must be a a Zoom issue today.
Yeah, actually, I had another Zoom in, meeting, a faculty meeting earlier this morning. I couldn't get in.
Huh.
I finally just dialed in by phone.
Interesting. Technology, we love it when it works.
Well, in that case, it was purposeful. They wanted you to go in through the NYU platform, which, wasn't letting me do it either.
Yeah.
So is what it is.
So Micha Mocha is on page 35 or 104 if you have the thicker Sim Shalom. So the beginning of this is usually just the first few words, Ezrata Votenu Atahu Me'olam, and then usually the leader starts down here with Tehilot Le'el Elyon. So I don't know if anybody's interested, but the parts I'd like for you to practice on are the bold parts, but we certainly can take turns reading the leader part with the boxes and then the response part with the bold. So do I have 2 volunteers, a reader and a bold?
Where
A
are
leader
we
and bold?
starting? Right there?
I'm sorry, say it again.
Where are we starting from?
At the first box, Tehilot
Okay.
Le'el Elyon. Anybody want to be the leader? Thank you, Miss Alice. And will somebody be her echo, her response? Thank you, Gail.
You're welcome.
Go for it, Alice.
Tehilot Le'el Elyon Baruch Hu Umvarech. No, Umvarech. Yeah.
Look at the vowel under the resh. You're so close.
Umvarach.
Yep.
Okay. Umvarach. Moshe Uvnei Yisrael. Lecha Anu Shira Beismacha
One more time.
Rabba
Try that word one more time.
Bismecha.
The
Bis-
E is
bis-
under the shin, under the sin.
Besimcha.
Good job.
Rabba. Ve'amru Kulam.
Good job. I'm going to stop you right there for a minute. My brain immediately said, aha, this is not Lev Shalem, because Tehilot Le'el Elyon Baruch Hu Umvarach Moshe, and if it was in Lev Shalem, it would say U Miriam. So Lev Shalem always includes the imahot with the mothers and the fathers. So that's how I knew this was not both genders included. All right, which drives me crazy, but I have to. I insert when I daven, I insert it. All right, Gail.
Mi chamocha be'elim Adonai. Mi chamocha nedar bakodesh. No ra tehilat
Careful,
Oh.
check that last vowel.
lot
Good.
tehilot o say fella.
Good job. I just want to point out, because sometimes it's hard to hear on Zoom. There are 2 mi chamochas. The first one is a chaf, mi chamocha, which I'm doing right now. And the second is mi kamocha.
You're right.
I heard a little midrash, I don't know if this is true, that this was being sung as the Israelites were going into the water. And I forget the name of the guy who was the first one in the water, but that when he was going in, it was mi chamocha. But as the water was rising up and getting right to his mouth and going in, he was spitting mi kamocha. He was coughing it out. I don't know if that's true, but makes for an interesting midrash.
Yeah.
All right. Alice, you ready for the next one? The second box?
Sure. The Shira
Yes, thank you.
Hadasha, Sibhu,
Check out, that's a shin.
Shibhu,
Shiphu, good job.
Shibhu, Geolim, Lesimcha, Al, Sifat, Hayam, Yachad, Kulam, Hodo, Vehim, Lihu, Ve'amru.
Good job.
Adonai Yimloch Le'olam
Oh,
Va'ed.
hold on, that's Gail's part.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Adonai Yimloch Le'olam Va'ed.
Good. You want to pick up the last box, Alice?
Sur Yisrael, Kuma Be'etzrat Yisrael, Ufte, Kin Umecha, Yehuda Ve'Israel, Go Aleinu Adonai Sebaot Shemo, Kedosh Yisrael, Baruch Atah Adonai Ga'ol Yisrael.
Good job. This word, the first word, the last word on the first line of Sur Yisrael, I have struggled with that word for years with the vowels, with the how you pronounce it. Just be careful, it's not a kaf, it's a chaf. Hin umcha.
Kin Umecha.
We're just not as comfortable with the ch as we are with the k. Beautiful job, ladies. Will you switch roles
Thank
now? We're Gail, do you feel comfortable being the
You know
box?
what? That's fine. You know what?
All right.
You gotta try, because if you don't, why am I here?
All right. I love the attitude.
So, yeah, that's me. All right. Tehilot, Le'al,
Check the
El,
vowel under the aleph.
El,
Good.
El, El, Yon, Baruch, Hu, Barach, Moshe, Uvnei, Yisrael, Lach, no, it's Lach,
Nope. Try again.
Lecha.
There you go.
Oh, God, Gail. Right in the head. Ani, Shira, Besimcha, Rabba, Amru, Kulam.
Check that beginning of that last word out.
Vu,
It's a chaf.
where am I? Oh, yeah, okay. Kulam.
Good job. All right, Alice, you're up.
Okay, Michamocha Bali Madonai, Mikamocha Nedar Bakodesh, Nora Tehilot Ose Fele.
Nice
Can I sing
job.
it?
Sure. You want to sing it for us?
Sure. And again, die 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 yabba die 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 I die 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 yabba die 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 I die 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 yabba die 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 mi kamoka bali madonai mi kamoka nedar bakodesh no rati lot oh se fele no rati lot oh, se fele.
Beautiful.
That
Are
was
there a
neat.
whole bunch of
Yeah.
yidis that come after that?
Yeah.
Because I think I've heard it. It's beautiful. Did we already read this last week?
No,
So I remember you singing it. You were just singing it.
That
for
was
us.
2 weeks ago
Ah,
when you said you were going to do it.
well, thank you for re-singing. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
All right, Gail.
I will. You have a beautiful voice, Alice.
Oh, thank you.
You're boy, you have a wonderful voice. I agree.
It's,
Oh, boy, you guys are the best.
You can sing for us anytime you want.
Shira, Hadasha, Shivhu, ne, ne.
Careful, it's not a nun. It's got a little leg sticking
That's
out.
right, it's got a tail. Geulim leshimcha al sifat hayam yachad kulam hodu vehim li ve'am ru.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Adonai yimloch le'elam va'ed.
Okay. Sur Yisrael ka ke kedumad ke.
The oo goes with the cough.
All right, so it's kuma
Yeah.
be'em be'ez rat Yisrael u uf day he chin cha
Good job.
vehu da Yisrael go aleinu Adonai Sivaot Shemo Kedush Yisrael
Hold on, go back to the when we start.
Kedo
Put the ending on.
Hmm?
Kadosh.
Kedosh. Oh God. Where is my head today? Kedosh Yisrael. Baruch Ata Adonai Gael Yisrael.
Go back to that Gimel word one more time.
Gael.
It's
Gael.
Gaal. Good. Yisrael. You know, I have found the man who has worked with me at our synagogue for years on reading Hebrew. He says that our brains tend to look ahead because that's what we do when we read. But sometimes our brains pick up a vowel or a letter ahead of us, but we're still on the word behind. So it's very common. Nice job, ladies. I'm going to switch us over to look at the English for a moment, and then we'll give more friends a chance to read.
Can
Would
I
someone-
make one? Can I
Sure.
make one quick comment?
Sure.
When we get to the Sur Israel, that's when I know I have to stand. And so it's always Sur Israel.
Yeah, you got it.
It's on Israel. Because I know I got to stand now.
You took the words right out of my mouth. All right. Would someone like to read the English for us?
Sure, I'm good at English.
Thank you, Mary.
Who is like you, Adonai, among all that is worshipped? Who is like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in splendor, working wonders? The redeemed sang a new song for you. They sang in chorus at the shore of the sea, claiming your sovereignty. Adonai shall reign throughout all time. Rock of Israel, rise to Israel's defense. Fulfill your promise to deliver Judah and Israel. Our Redeemer is the Holy One of Israel. Our Redeemer is the Holy One of Israel. Adonai Sivaot. Praise to you, Adonai, Redeemer of the people Israel.
Beautiful.
That
And
is
there-
actually that is an actually beautiful piece.
It
It's
is.
very beautiful. Interesting, it doesn't say rise because kuma means to rise. It's a command, but we don't see that in the English translation, which is interesting. But you're right. When we get to Tzor Yisrael, kuma, you're supposed to rise. The other word that is not in here, I think it's translated as praised. So back over here, let me find it. Shir, so the second box, Shir Hadasha Shibhu Ge'ulim L'Simcha Al Sfatayam, Yachad Kulam Hodu, which, looking to see if I don't see it. Hodu means praise, but a hodu in Hebrew can also be a turkey. So, when I'm working on my lesson plan for Thanksgiving with my kindergartners, and a lot of times kids will say, "Well, Thanksgiving isn't a Jewish holiday." Well, it is, because Jews thank God every day in all of our prayers. But the name of a turkey is hodu, which means praise. So I just thought
Oh,
that was always cool that when we sing, we do a lot of, especially during Hollow, hodu, lotto night, lots of hodus. We're praising God. So it's very appropriate that we celebrate Thanksgiving.
Also,
All right.
Thanksgiving was based on Sukkot.
Yes, you're correct.
So that's another reason why Sukkot is my favorite, because it gives us Thanksgiving and Hanukkah. So
You want to explain why Hanukkah?
because by the time had to clean out by the time they got the temple cleaned out, it was Sukkot was over already. And so we needed to, to sanctify the Mishkan, and that's when we brought it in. Of course, Hanukkah isn't really mentioned in the Torah, and even aspects of it are mentioned at different times. So it's also like a portmanteau holiday. We've added a whole bunch of things onto it with Judith the Warrior and everything. But they say that by the time they got it cleaned out and they wanted to have a festival like Sukkot, it was over. And so that's why they did Hanukkah. And it's, pagan holiday, blah, blah.
And I learned after 1 year of teaching the kids that actually the miracle is not true. I learned to never say that again, because I had some really upset kids. But the whole thing of the miracle of the lights lasting, that's really a made up thing.
Yeah.
And so, but we won't get into that. All
No.
right. We have some new partners who would like to read the leader part with the squares and the bold parts.
And again, I'm sorry about next week, but
Irina, what part would you like to do?
First,
The leader part. All right. Do we have someone who will read the bolded part?
it goes well with the visit.
Thank you, Rhoda. I'm going to mute Gail so we don't hear her conversation.
Debbie, can you enlarge a little bit?
I can.
Thank you so much.
Is that big enough, or you need it bigger?
No, it's good.
Okay. Take it away.
Okay. Tehilot Le'el Elyon Baruch Hu Varach
Good job.
Moshe. Oh, something on my computer. Uvnei Israel Lecha Anu Shira Besimcha Rabba Ve'amru Hulam.
Beautiful. All right, Rhoda, your turn.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi kamocha ne'adar.
Careful, the aleph, that second vowel, the shva goes with the nun.
So, all right. So is it nadar?
There you go.
Okay. So may I? So when you see those little underneath, that means you're not supposed to. You just.
Well, it depends. If there's a shva next to another vowel, then it's kind of like when you were little. If the first one does the talking, the second one does the walking. So it doesn't it doesn't say a sound, but if you have two shvas together, then one will sound.
Okay,
But
so
that,
Nadar. Okay. Bachodesh.
one more time. That's a kuf.
Yeah, Bachodesh.
Okay, sorry.
Nora, Tahilot, Say, Feleh.
Nicely done.
Okay. Shira, Hadasha, Shibhu, Gaulim, Leshimcha, Al, Sefat, Hayom, Hayin, no, Hayam,
There you go.
Hayam, Hayam, oh, Yahad, Yahad, Kulam, Hodu, Uhim, Vehim, Li, Hu, Amru.
Nicely done.
Adonai, Yimloch, La Olam, Vaed.
Beautiful.
Sor, Israel, Kuma, Be'ezrat, Israel, Uvdei, Hin Mecha,
So it's just three sounds. Chin, cha. It's a tricky word.
but it's the second schwa, but it's divided by, because it's a,
So the first shva goes with the chaf. Second shva goes with the aleph. Chin, cha.
because it's divided. Okay, it's not two together. Okay. Hin, Ha, Yehuda, Israel, Go Aleinu, Adonai, Adonai,
Yes.
Adonai, still familiar, Adonai, Tzvaot, Shemo, Kerosh,
One more time.
Kadosh,
That's
I'm
it.
sorry,
There you go.
Kadosh, Israel, Baruch, Ata, Adonai, Gaal, Israel.
Beautiful. You ready to switch? That's beautiful,
I'm
ladies.
exhausted.
It's very hard.
I have a question. I'm
Of
still
course.
confusing when we pronounce that is a V or is a U. I'm still confusing
The
when
vav.
vav as a pronoun, as a
So
is a
let's look
V
here.
or the U.
So if you look below the last box, the first word on the second line below the last box, there's a vav, but it's got a dot. So we know it's a vowel.
Yeah, in the beginning. I'm sorry, I went into the beginning.
The one at the beginning. Tell me
Yeah.
what line?
Like like this. Let me see.
Umvorach.
Like it's umvorach or like
Because it has a dot. But if you look down one line,
yeah,
right
okay.
under it, there's no dot. So that tells us that it's a vav and not a vowel.
Okay, but if it's we with a dot, it will be vu. You know,
No,
sometimes
it would, then it's no longer a vav, it's a vowel. It's very confusing. So
like,
this,
is it can be the V and with the wav it can be vu or it's only u?
um, there would
Because-
never, I don't think it would ever be a vav with a dot. No, because if it's gonna have the dot in the middle, the only way you could make vu is a vet with the 3 dots going down sideways. So this would never be vu. That's a very good question. Very confusing.
Okay.
When I see adult, whenever I myself am reading or see adults reading, you can really feel for what it's like to be a little kid learning to read. It's hard work because not only do they have to read the words, but they have, unlike us, we don't necessarily understand what we're reading. They have to comprehend what they're reading. It's exhausting. Thank you for your question. All right, are you ready to switch parts? Ready, Rhoda?
I guess so.
You got it.
Tahilot, Lael, Elyon, Baruch Hu, Vorach, Moshe, Uvne, Yisrael, Lecha, Anu, Shira, Basimcha, Rabbah, that's Va'amru, Hulam.
Beautiful.
Mi hamoha ba'elim Adonai mi hamoha nudar ba it's all bakodesh Nora tehilot Isay
Careful of the vowel above the ayin up here.
Osei fella.
Fela, beautiful.
What is it?
Shira, Hadsha, Shibchu, Gaulim, Lo Simcha,
One more time,
okay,
that word.
La Simcha.
Lashimcha, but good,
Oh,
yeah.
Lashim. Oh, of course. I'm so sorry. Lashimcha,
Don't apologize.
Al Safat, Hayom.
Careful, can you read that last word again?
Is it, well, you know, it's got the dot and it's got the other vowel. So
Yeah,
it's
the dot is inside.
Hayam.
It doesn't mean anything.
Hayam.
There you go.
Okay. Yachad, Kalam.
One
No,
more time.
Kulam.
Good job.
Okay, now here's what we were talking about before, but I wasn't paying too much attention. Is it Hodu?
There you go.
Okay. Vahim li hu va'amru.
Nicely done.
Adonai im loha
One more
leolam
time. Adonai Yim.
im lo loch
There you go.
or without because it's two dot loch leolam vaed. Oh, that's easy.
Sur Yisrael Kuma Ba'etz Rat Yisrael Ufte Chinumcha Yahuda Vayisrael Go Aleinu Adonai Sivaot.
Good job.
No, is that all
You're
right?
right. You're
Okay.
right.
Okay. Shemo. Kadosh. Yisrael, Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael.
Lovely. I'm so, by the time I get done reading, I'm like so happy to see Baruch atah Adonai. At least your brain can take like a rest for just a minute.
It's true.
Beautiful. Marie, would you like to have a chance to read?
Do you mean me, Mary?
Yeah, Mary, sorry. Would you like a
Okay,
chance?
sure. Of course,
All
of
right.
course.
Does anybody want to do the reader part? I'm happy to do it if you all just say, God, my brain needs a rest. But if someone wants to do it again, you're welcome to.
I joined like 5 minutes ago, so I would, oh, you're raising your hand too.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't go down my, hold on. I need to make my screen bigger. I'm so sorry, Jamie. I did not have my box open big enough. Give me a
I'm
minute.
sorry for being late.
No, I'm so glad you joined us. There's Jamie. All right, so Jamie and Mary. Who would like to start with the box part first?
Go for it, Mary.
Okay.
I love how she volunteers you.
Yeah, really. Thanks, Jamie.
She just wants you to be such a good role model for her, Mary.
That's a very nice way of putting it. Tehilot, La'al,
Careful,
La'el,
there you go.
Elyon, Baruch, Hu, Korach,
Careful, check out that middle letter. It's a vet.
Varach, Meshach, Uvne. That's easy. Yisrael. Lecha. By the way, I love what your little cursor there. It makes it good. Anu. Shira. Shira. Besimcha. Rabbah. Ve'amru. Ve'amru. Kulam.
Check out that first letter. The last word. He doesn't have a cough drop in his mouth, so his voice is scratchy, like mine.
Kilam. Kilam.
There you go.
Keep going. Okay.
Nope, it's Jamie's turn to read the bolded part.
All right, Jamie, you're up, kid.
Okay. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nore, no, hold on. Noda Bakodesh.
Hold on, let's go back, get that one just right. Ne.
Nadar
There you go.
Bakodesh. Nora Tehilot Osefela.
Nice. Back to you, Mary.
Okay. The next. Okay. Sirah. Adashah. Shibhu. Ze'olam.
Check
Is
out
that
that
correct?
beginning letter. It's got a tail, so it's a gimel.
Oh, explain to me that the Zeh and the Gimel. For whatever reason, I'm confusing them lately.
Yeah, so we say gimel has, I would tell my kids it has like its leg is sticking back. It's looks like it's getting ready to do gymnastics. It's a
Oh,
gimel.
cool. Okay, got it. Thank you. Gulam.
One more time,
You said it's a Gimel, right?
right? Let's work on the vowels.
Geulem.
Get u.
Lem.
It's a dot, one dot, e.
Geulim. Thank you.
There you go.
You know, I haven't read in 2 weeks with you, so, you know.
It's fine. Don't apologize.
No, thank you. L'simcha al Sefet,
Close.
Sefat,
Good.
Hayam, Yachar,
One more time.
Yachad, I'm sorry,
There you go.
Yahad, Kulam, Hodu, Ve'im, wait, let me start again.
Go.
Ve'im, Le, Vo,
Vihim li chu.
Ve'im, Li, Hu,
There you go.
Thank Ve'amru.
Okay,
You're up, Jamie.
yeah. Sorry, Mary, I didn't realize I was giving you the longer.
Oh, that's
less
okay. You're next.
Familiar part.
No
Okay.
problem. I could use the reading, although I have to say to you all, when I was reading, you know, I was in for services the other recently, I'm finding I'm moving along a lot quicker and getting the words a lot better.
Mazel tov.
So yes, so thank you, Debbie.
Oh, I'm not. You're doing the hard work. You're taking the credit, not me.
Well, you definitely have value added.
Oh, well, thank you. All right, Jamie.
Okay. Adonai Yimloch Leolam Vayed. Phew, that was so hard.
You're the last part, Mary. This is it.
Okay. Zor, Yisrael, Ke'umah, Be'ezra, Yisrael.
Let's go back to that word right before Yisrael. One more time.
Be'ezra,
Put the ending on.
Be'ezrat,
There you go.
Yisrael. Ufda,
Try again.
Ufadeh,
There you go.
Keys. Wait 1 second. Keen Umla,
First letter doesn't have a
Keen
cough drop.
Luha, Kim Hum La, Whom, wait a minute, Kim Ha,
There you go.
Yehuda, Israel, Goalenu, Adonai, Zechaot,
It's a vav. Sorry, it's a vet.
Zeva-
Second-
Zevaot, Shemo, Kadosh, Israel. Could you just move that up a smidgen? Or I'll take your picture away. Don't worry. I'll just
Oh, hold on.
No, don't worry. I'll minimize your picture.
Okay.
Baruch atah Adonai Ge'al Yisrael.
Beautiful. You ready to switch, Jamie? Oh, you're muted. I'm not sure if you're cursing me or not.
And then I was asking for the picture back because I packed my hard copy somewhere.
We've got it showing on the screen. Is it not showing?
Not for me after.
Can anybody
you-
see it?
I'm good.
I'm good. I see everything.
But what I did is I pinched it on my iPad also
Oh, yeah, I see
to make it a
Okay,
little smaller.
I see it. Okay, I'm ready.
All right, go for it.
Tehilot Le'el Elyon Baruch hu barach barach
Good job.
Moshe uvnei Yisrael lecha anu shira besimchat no besimcha
Good.
Rabba the Amru Kulam.
All right, Mary.
Okay. Mi kamelcha be'al be'alam. Or is
Careful.
it
Let's go back to the second word. Check out the first letter.
mi kamelcha?
There's no
Mi
dot.
kam-
There
mi
you go.
Mi kamelcha be'alam
One more time.
be'elam
Switch the vowels
Ba-
around.
ba'alam
So close. Ba.
ba'elam
One more time. Ba a.
lem
Ba'alim. Good.
ba'alim. Okay, there were many variations. I think I tried everyone.
You got a talking donkey in there.
Yeah, Adonai, me, kamelcha, Zadar,
What is it?
Zadar.
That's a nun.
Oh, sorry, Nadar, Bod Kodesh, Nara, Hilot, or is it Tehilot?
Tehilot. You were right.
Tehilot, Oseh, Philah.
Good. Jamie?
Okay. Shira. Is that where we are? Okay.
Yes, you're correct.
Had Shah. It's a weird
One more time.
Chad Shah.
There's a vowel under Dalid. Let his sound ring out.
Hada. That's right. Hadasha.
Good.
Hadasha. Is it?
Hadasha.
Does anybody know what that means? It's almost like Hadassah, but it's not.
It does sound like Hadassah.
Okay.
By the way, you guys will appreciate my neighbor next door in my apartment is the worldwide general counsel for Hadassah.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Shivhu. Gaulim. Lashimcha. Al. Safat. Hayam. Yachar.
Check the
Kulam.
ending on that word.
Hayachat.
There you go.
Kulam. Hodu. Vehimli. Vehimli. Hu.
Good job.
Ba'amru. That's you, Mary.
Adonai, Yimla, Leolam Va'ed.
Zur. Israel. Kuma. Ba'etz. No, Be'ezrat. Israel. Uf. De. Kin. Ulmecha.
Such a hard word. Check out the first sound.
There you say it's a hard word. I got it right. Hin, 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 umcha.
Beautiful.
Hin, umcha. Okay. Yehuda, Veish, Rael, Ga'alenu, Adonai, Tzevaot, Shmo, Kadosh, Yisrael. Oh, there's more. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al, Yisrael.
Beautiful, ladies. Give yourself a pat on the back. That was awesome. So Gail was sharing with me when she first came on that several of you started off in the beginning Hebrew program. Who were you that started off at the beginning program? All of you? Mary, did you start off at the beginning?
Well, I started off in the beginning advanced, I think it was called,
Advanced
because
beginning.
I wasn't quite sure where to pit myself. And then the next, which Gail was in, I don't know if she took a class before that, and then proceeded to yours.
So Gail and Irina and Rhoda, did you know? Oh, you're muted, Gail. We can't hear what. Gail, you're muted, so I can't hear you.
It was myself, Arena, and Nancy Folger. Started with
Carol.
beginner 1 in September, last September.
Did you know the Hebrew letters at that point?
I had familiarity with them, and before I had learned to read Hebrew, but if you don't, and I could do the whole Saturday morning service by rote, but that's not reading. That's not reading. And I said to myself, do it. This is what you want to do it. And it stuck this time.
Wow. Irina, how about you? Did you know any of the Hebrew letters? No.
Wow.
Rhoda?
I only knew through my son, who was a couple of years in the Hebrew school. I remember he has like things to color.
Yeah.
No, but no, it was completely hieroglyph to me. So I'm very
You've
happy.
made fantastic progress.
Yeah, good job.
I mean, I really came into this,
When
you
I
know, I've been reading
started,
Hebrew since I was like 6, 7 years old, but I just needed a refresher.
really,
You know, I was doing things by rote, and I knew I'd gotten to the point that I wasn't doing it right after
Got
all
it.
these years. So Arena, that's awesome.
well, thank you. I was kind of missing the services because I could not follow. So, and also I just started on a whim. I said, oh, let's see how it goes.
But look where it's gone.
And after, we had a wonderful group, and we
Yes,
have a
we
wonderful
did.
teacher, and it's really kind of inspired to go. So I'm very glad. Now I want to study more. So hopefully
Fantastic. Rhoda, how about your journey?
I knew very little. I had to relearn the letters and the vowels. And I've had some wonderful instructors. Really, the ladies from Women's League have just been totally wonderful. And it's been a great journey. I really appreciated learning what I've learned. I still can't keep up with the service at shul, but at least I can find it occasionally. And I'm enjoying what I'm learning. I'm very appreciative of Women's League for doing what they did.
How about Jamie? Jamie, did you want to share how you started?
I was an adult bat mitzvah, probably similar to what Arena said. The kids were in school. I didn't have any training. So the rabbi was great, and she asked me if I wanted to do it. I was going to do it with another person. That person bailed out, so it was just me, and I was pregnant at the time. It was okay. It was good. I mean, it's great.
Wow. Well, I have taught the intermediate before. You guys are way ahead of where they were in your reading. We were just talking on Makom B'Yachad today that one of the teachers who's doing beginning said that she had 4 classes with her class before Sukkot, I think, because she said, maybe this was in the past, Rosh Hashanah, a person from class in the past said that with only 4 classes, she felt so much more confident going into Rosh Hashanah services. She could follow better. Another woman, she was 80. Her husband passed away, and he used to tell her what page they were on. Well, he wasn't there next to her to tell her what page they were on, and she couldn't keep up with where they were. So she wanted to take the class to be able to follow along. So everybody's journey is different, but it is just incredible to me that in a little over a year, where those of you who started off with not even knowing the letters where you're reading, it's truly inspiring. And we said that, you know, these stories need to go in the Women's League newsletter. I'm going to write to Debbie Goldich and say, hey, please share the journey of these women, because it's so inspirational to other women who might want it, but just haven't made the start of their journey. It's, you guys are incredible.
There's a woman in my shul who is one of the officers at Women's League, and she was at the funeral that we were at this morning. And I said to her, oh, yeah, I'd love to stand and chat. We're not going to the cemetery because I have my class. And she looked at me and said, what class are you taking? And I said, Hebrew reading. And I said, it's through Women's League. She asked me to write an article
Interesting.
about my experiences. Because I said to her, I said, I had learned Hebrew. I also was an adult bat mitzvah. I was in a B'nai mitzvah class, and it was like, and I've tried it 1 or 2 times after that, and it's like it didn't stick. Now it has stuck, and I'm now able to follow along, not completely, but I am getting there.
It's just repetition over and over again. And you guys amaze me because you are so patient while everybody else is reading, but I can see your lips moving, that you're reading while other people are reading. And that's just reinforcing what you're hearing and what you're reading. I'm reading what Jamie put in. It's amazing, Jamie, that you didn't know any of the letters before your adult bat mitzvah. I took a friend through the process of adult bat mitzvah, me and the guy who, that was his role at the shul, and she didn't know any letters. And she started with, you know, beginning sounds of the letters and doing her bat mitzvah. She has since moved to California, but she reads Torah, I think now, once every few months. So it's just truly amazing what you can do. I'm so proud of each of you. And just what I'm seeing is it's all about your confidence. You can read those words. It's just when you're nervous, you're worried, make mistakes. It doesn't matter if you make a mistake. No one's judging you. Just feel confident that I can read Hebrew, and we're also here to support each other. And sometimes I don't correct because I'm not sure if I heard right. If somebody, you know, some people really struggle with the sound. So I don't want to berate you if that's a sound you struggle with. But you guys are doing fantastic. Next week, we're going to work on the Musaf, the Kedusha, which I think you probably will be familiar with. I'm not going to introduce any tunes because in my synagogue, the mornings, we do the same nusach on the weekday, the same tune from morning to night. Apparently, this is not the way it is normally. There's a morning service tune, and there's 2 tunes within the morning and late morning service. Then there's a tune for mincha, and then there's a tune for mariv. We just do all one. So I have to help the bat mitzvah class and make recordings. And I said, I can only do it for the first service, because I don't know the tune. So that's why we're not working on tunes. But I loved when Alice shared her Micha Mocha. That was beautiful. So I look forward to seeing you next week when we start Musaf and the Kedusha.
Thank you. Have a
Thank
lovely
you.
weekend, everybody.
Thank you very
Shabbat
much.
shalom,
Nice
and
meeting
we'll see you
everyone.
next
Shabbat
week.
shalom.
Bye-bye.
Alice, I loved your Micho Moho too. Beautiful tune.
I
You have to
think
do
she
it
jumped
again.
off.